idea of visiting the Colosseum stressing you out? Are you wondering how to skip the line? When you come down to the park where the Colosseum is, you'll see crowds and lines everywhere. How can you skip all that and get in without waiting? While plenty of online ticketing agencies will tell you they can sell you a skip the line ticket, there's actually only one way to skip the line, and only one line you can skip. In this video, I'm going to explain what skip the line really means, what the different lines are for, and how you can skip the line at the Colosseum, Roman Forum, and Palatine Hill. Visiting the Colosseum typically entails visiting two separate areas of the Parco Colosseo, or Colosseum Park, the monument itself, and the Roman Forum Palatine Hill. Every Colosseum ticket comes with a one-time entrance to the Roman Forum Palatine Hill. I use the phrase Roman Forum Palatine Hill because even though these are two differently named areas, they are part of the same archaeological park, and again, this is included with your Colosseum ticket, but as a one-time entrance, and there's no re-entry. Either way, you'll need to enter each site separately, and while the Colosseum and the Roman Forum Palatine Hill each have their own entrance procedures, they are similar. One of the kinds of lines you'll see at the Colosseum is the line to purchase same-day tickets. Please note, it's not possible to purchase on-site tickets for anything other than the current day. There are 3 locations at the Parco Colosseo where you can purchase same-day tickets, and all 3 sites sell the exact same kinds of tickets. They also all have access to the same ticketing system, so there isn't one ticket booth that has an advantage over another in terms of what kind of availability you'll find. The 3 locations where you can purchase same-day tickets to the Colosseum include the ticket booth in front of the Colosseum, just below the Temple of Venus in Roma, on the Via dei Fori Imperiali at Largo Corrado Ricci, and at the newest entrance to the Roman Forum on Via Foro Romano. All Colosseum tickets are timed, and this includes same-day tickets. So no matter where you purchase your tickets, you're going to have to go into the Colosseum at the time indicated on your ticket. But you can visit the Roman Forum Palatine Hill within 24 hours of your Colosseum entry time on either side of it. So for example, if you show up at 9 a.m. to purchase same-day tickets to the Colosseum, and the only time available for the Colosseum is at 4 p.m., you could go into the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill before your Colosseum visit, and then take a little break, and then go visit the Colosseum at your 4 p.m. entry time. And by the way, I used that example on purpose. I wanted to let you know that purchasing same-day tickets on site may not be ideal. You may not get the entrance time you want, and if you show up too late in the day, you may not be able to get into the Colosseum at all, as they do sell out. Here's another thing about purchasing same-day tickets on site. The Parco Colosseo say that they leave some tickets of every ticket type available for same-day purchase. So in theory, you should be able to walk up to one of these ticket booths and purchase a ticket to the underground of the Colosseum if that's what you're looking for. But tickets to the Colosseum Underground, the Attico, and the night visit are very hard to come by. They are in huge demand and very short supply. And every time I've asked at the ticket booths, they never have these tickets available. Even tickets to the arena floor of the Colosseum, while in slightly less high demand than the underground tickets, are also not likely to be available for same-day on-site purchase. What you can probably always count on when you purchase same-day tickets on site are standard entry tickets to the Colosseum, which I think are excellent tickets all by themselves. This ticket gets you into the main 2 levels of the Colosseum and the inner rings of these layers. You also get to see the permanent exhibit at the Colosseum and any temporary exhibit there as well. And from both the first and second layer of the Colosseum, you can easily see onto the arena floor as well as down into the underground from above. Another ticket you can easily find available for same-day purchase is the Roman Forum Super Pass. This ticket allows a one-time entrance to the Roman Forum Palatine Hill and all the super sites there, and it does not include the Colosseum. So that brings us to, how do you purchase tickets online? I have lots of videos about the different kinds of Colosseum tickets you can purchase, so I'm not going to go over that in this video. We're just going to talk about how you actually get tickets online. If you just want entry tickets to the Colosseum, the easiest way is through the Parco Colosseo ticketing site. I think the Parco Colosseo has done an amazing job of making this site easy to navigate, and you can easily purchase your tickets online, including for same-day entry. When I say you should be able to easily purchase same-day tickets on the Parco Colosseo ticketing site, I am referring to the standard entry Colosseum tickets, which are almost always readily available. The second way to get your Colosseum tickets online is to purchase them through a third-party reseller. You'll pay more for your tickets if you purchase them through a reseller, but there are some reasons you may want to do this. Perhaps you want to book your Colosseum tickets more than 30 days in advance, which is as far in advance as you can purchase tickets on the Colosseum website. Just know that anything you purchase more than 30 days in advance is subject to possible cancellation because the reseller still has to get the tickets when the Colosseum releases them 30 days in advance. When you purchase standard entry Colosseum tickets or tickets to the Colosseum arena floor through a reseller, your chances of having your tickets canceled are pretty low because there's generally plenty of availability for these types of tickets. For difficult to get tickets like to the Colosseum Underground, the Attico, or the night visit, where the demand is way bigger than the supply, some, but not all, tickets sold through resellers will inevitably be canceled. The second reason to book tickets through a reseller is because you want to book a more complete tour than the tours you can find available on the Colosseum website. Currently, the tours you can book on the Colosseum website are tours that include only the Colosseum, and they don't include tours of the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. Resellers typically sell tours that include the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and part of the Palatine Hill. Resellers also sell bundles, like a combo ticket to the Colosseum and the Mamertine prison. So if you want to book a tour, this is the way to go. Just remember that if you book a tour of a highly popular site with limited availability, there is a small chance that your tour may be canceled. By the way, I have a dedicated video all about this and what you can do if this happens to you, so you can check that out if you want to know more. So, whether you purchase your tickets in advance on the Colosseum website or through a third-party reseller, including as a tour, any ticket you book in advance is a skip-the-line ticket. In other words, your ticket allows you to skip the line to purchase same-day tickets on site. So then, what about all the other lines you see all around the Colosseum? At the Colosseum itself, there are 3 entrances, 2 at the Valadier Gate and 1 at the Stern Gate. At all of these entrances, everyone has to show their ticket and go through security. At this time, the Stern Gate is only being used for the Arena 24-hour ticket, and so the lines there are pretty short. At the Valadier entrance, there are 2 lines. One is for individual ticket holders and the other is for tour groups. At both of these entrances at the Valadier Gate, everyone has to wait in line with other people who have the same entry time to the Colosseum as they do. Let's say that you have an entrance time of 1 p.m. You can go in anytime 15 minutes prior or 15 minutes after this time, so you could show up in this line anytime between 12:45 and 1:15 p.m. And you will be in this line with other people who have entry times around the same time as you do. The reason there's a line at all is simply because everyone has to show that they have a valid ticket for entering the Colosseum at that time. Also, it's very possible that you'll have to show ID to show that you are the person whose name is on the ticket. There is no way to skip this line, but it tends to move quickly. The same is true for tour groups. Everyone has to show their tickets, and a tour guide that's bringing in a group of people is going to have to stand in line with other tour guides and their groups that are going in at the same time they are. There's no way to skip this line either. There is no tour, and there's no tour company that has any special privileges that allows them to bypass this line. When these tour companies advertise skip the line tickets, what they're saying is that they will get your entry tickets for you, allowing you to skip the line to purchase tickets. What you can't see from the outside is that once you pass this outer ticket check, you still have to go through security. Nobody is allowed to skip this line. Finally, once past security, you'll have to go through a fast-moving line where they electronically validate your tickets. I know this sounds like a lot, but actually going through the outer line, security, and then the turnstile usually takes no more than 10 to 15 minutes. At the Stern entrance, the entry procedure is a little shorter, but you still have to show your tickets and go through security. I made a dedicated video all about the different Colosseum entrances, and I went inside to show you exactly what it's like, so you can watch that if you want to see more about what's involved. As you can see, there is no way to skip the entry procedure to get into the Colosseum. You have to show your tickets, go through security, and then go through the barcode reader to enter the monument. Finally, all the other queues you see around the Colosseum are for entering the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. At these entry points, you'll need to show your ticket, although you will not need to show ID. You'll also have to pass through security, like at the Colosseum. But there are many entrances to this park, and they are all a little different. And like the Colosseum, there is no way to skip these lines to enter the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. But some of the entrances tend to have very short lines, and sometimes no line at all. I made a dedicated video all about the entrances and exits at the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, so you can check that out to see all the options and figure out which one might be most convenient for you. I'm sometimes asked if there's any way to skip the line on the free Sunday, and the answer is no, there is not. First of all, if you look online, you'll see that the free Sunday is grayed out, so it is absolutely impossible to purchase tickets in advance for the free Sunday. Second of all, on the free Sunday, the ticket booths are closed, so you literally have no way to get any kind of a ticket for the free Sunday, and you just have to wait in line like everyone else. And these lines are always very, very long. Because most people come on the free Sunday first thing in the morning, hoping to be the first in line, you're gonna find the biggest crowds early in the morning, and you might find that the crowds are a little bit thinned out towards the end of the day, but there's no guarantee. So on the free Sunday, when state sites are free on the first Sunday of every month, I would suggest not visiting the Colosseum as your monument that day and choosing a different site, such as the Baths of Caracalla, Ostia Antica, or the National Rome Museums. So now that you know that the only line you can skip at the Colosseum is the line to purchase tickets, and that there's no way to skip the line to go inside the Colosseum, you may be wondering when you can find the shortest lines. If you book a visit to the Colosseum on the 24-hour arena ticket, you'll be entering through the Stern Gate. At this time, the Stern entrance is only being used for this one ticket, and so as a result, the lines there are pretty short. If you book a night visit of the Colosseum, you are almost guaranteed to have no line at all. This is because the night tickets are very limited, and when the night tours are running, nobody else is inside of the Colosseum, so the only people going inside are those people going on these night tours. Yes, you'll have to show your tickets, and you'll have to show ID, and of course you'll have to go through security, but there are so few people going in for these night visits that your wait time will be next to nothing. But for all other visits to the Colosseum where you're going to be going in through the Valadier entrance, and you're wondering when are the shortest lines, the answer is that you might find shorter lines in the dead of winter, but not around the Christmas holidays. I can't say this for certain, but you might also find shorter lines towards the end of the day, about 1 to 2 hours before closing time. However, other than the free Sunday, when the lines are crazy long and you'll probably experience hours of time waiting in line to get into the monument, the procedure that I've outlined in this video really only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. So do yourself a favor and skip the line to purchase tickets, either by buying them on the Colosseum website or through a reseller. And then just prepare yourself for the fact that there will be a short wait to get into the monument. For my detailed video all about the different kinds of Colosseum tickets you can purchase and how to visit the Colosseum, check out my video right here.